Hey you guys, this is Jess with Sourceful Journey, back with another video. So I wanted to do a quick chit chat with you guys, just really more so focused on how one's destiny cannot be blocked, stopped, or swapped. It's a funny thing to witness, and I wanted to just share my thoughts on that statement alone. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about it. Oh, what great times we live in. Present day, where people, when I say people, to be more specific, karmics, are starting to realize that whoever they try to send spiritual attacks towards, those individuals' destiny can never be stopped, blocked, or swapped. This time was bound to happen. For years, people thought that in some way or another they were getting away with these things. A lot of it had to do with the fact that they weren't able to see what was actually taking place behind the scenes with these very individuals. So when a person went silent and they didn't have anything to look to see what was going on, they automatically assumed, oh, whatever type of spell work I did, whatever type of God knows what they may have done or dug up, like in their backyard as an example, they probably felt like, oh, this really put the nail in the coffin with this person. I know this work really done them in for. But as time progressed onward, you have some of those individuals, those onlookers, those karmics, who are trying to find ways of keeping tabs on you, and you're giving them the outlet to see it. They're seeing you go about your day and they're a bit perplexed. Why? Why is it that I'm doing all of this work or having these practitioners and such do all this work for me? I'm paying these people, but yet I'm not getting the results that I'm hoping for. You haven't figured it out yet? You still haven't figured it out yet. You continue to shell out money, continue to shell out offers, bargaining tools with these people, these groups, whether it may be witches, warlocks, as I said, practitioners, you name it. You continue to shell all this shit, and yet you see that person still standing. But you haven't figured out that the math is a math thing. If anything, the only part of the math that's mathing correctly is the money that's being deducted from your account to take on these deeds, these acts that you think would put the nail in the coffin for that individual. Just because in some form or another they put your narcissistic ways on the forefront for others to see. And yet you're still perplexed, you're still lost on why nothing is happening to that individual. Whatever shall you do? All the meanwhile, don't let that person be spiritual also. Oh, and that might be the kicker. Maybe you thought you were dealing with one person, one type of person, right? And then to later realize like, oh shit, this person's spiritual also. Or the fact that you didn't even realize that they come from a family who has a long lineage and history tied to the spiritual sect. So they know how to handle these type of things when they're being thrown at them. They didn't tell you that because they didn't need to tell you. That was something for them to carry within self as a shielding, to know how to handle these things going forward when it's being thrown at them. It's not for you to know, not for your knowledge. Now you're finding that out. That's the funny part in all this. And you did all that for what? You wasted all that money for what? You wasted all that energy from your end for what? It hasn't paid off yet, has it? As I mentioned, you guys, when I normally get a lot of messages and things, I like to always make sure I get that stuff out and get it out quick, because the moment I don't, I forget it. So I'm going to reiterate this to the karmics. 2024 is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this reckoning. Baby, this is going to be an ongoing onslaught for years to come. This is truly where that notion of you made your bed, now you got to sleep in it. You really got to deal with it. And for anyone else who's thinking about joining the bandwagon, for anyone else who's thinking about doing these deeds for these individuals without doing the research, to see who they're actually throwing this at. Please take heed. Think twice before you do it. Because you're seeing it, you're hearing a lot of people's stories where they are getting hit left, right, backwards, and forwards. I wouldn't want to be that person. But a lot of you guys are so quick to jump in, especially you newbies, because you think that that's the money. Money, money, money. The money is fleeting. And especially with the way the economy is right now, it'll be gone just like that. And as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, you guys are signing a check you cannot cash. So again, take heed. Think twice before you take that offer. It's not worth it. And to the karmics who are still thinking about continuing doing this nonsense, continue to waste that money if you want to. And all the while, you probably wonder, why is all this stuff falling around behind me? All around me, I should say. Why am I on the brink of losing my job if I haven't already lost it? Why am I, or maybe someone close to me, all of a sudden lost their pet? Poor pet. They didn't deserve it. But it was something that you did that brought it about. Why is it that things are starting to fall to the wayside between my significant other, me and my children, those who are usually hold dear to me? Why is everything seeming to go awry compared to where it used to be? But yet I'm seeing this person in various ways, moving about their day as if I never existed. That was God's way of shielding that individual. God had a way of making it so that the very thing you were doing behind the scenes was not going to touch that individual because it was of ill will. If your intentions are not pure, I said this in many of my videos, if your intentions are not pure when you're sending this stuff out, it's not going to work. If anything, it's going to revert back to you times 10, if not more. You guys have to understand, when we say that in these videos, we're not bullshitting. We're putting you up on game. The moment people start to take that shit seriously, the better off you'll be. Maybe it'll lessen the blow of your lesson. I'm not saying it's going to completely take you out of taking this lesson, getting this smacked down during your lesson. It'll lessen it in terms of the heavy effect of it. Of course, we can't control that as the ones who speak on it, as far as what's being revealed to us. But just know, of course, source being the head of it all, God being the head of it all, is the one that determines how it's going to go, when it's going to go. And that is all for this quick video, you guys. So to those who still feel the need to want to test God's hand when it comes to trying to mess up one's destiny, please do understand it can never be blocked, stopped, or swapped. I'll say it again. No one on the face of this earth can ever block, swap, or stop another individual's destiny. God is the one who has control of it all. No matter how much root work, how much practitioners, how many witches you get involved, where you travel to within the world, who you think has the biggest and baddest of them all when it comes to that space, even those individuals know. They should know to do their research about who this is being sent to. And a lot of times, those who do, once they find out, they'll start to send all that stuff back to you for even trying to get them involved with the nonsense. That will truly make you regret the very day they even sought them out. Don't be that person. Don't be. I say this often in my videos. I'm going to leave it at this. Just simply treat people the way you want to be treated and continue to move forward. Things will run a lot smoother. Again, you'll still get your lessons that you need to go through in this lifetime, but the blow will not be as heavy. That's the key in all of this. So with that being said, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I want to definitely welcome all the newcomers who are coming to my pages here. I do see you and I do appreciate you. Consultations are still open, especially with us coming towards the end of the week. I do also want to point out, for those of you who are not aware, I'm actually in the field house when it pertains to keynote speaking as well as motivational speaking. So let's say you are a part of an organization, and let's say you guys have a huge event that's coming up, and you would love for me to come and partake in that experience with you all. Have someone from the head of your organization to reach out to me. We can then go over the appropriate details and continue to move forward accordingly. Furthermore, a lot of this information is on the website as well. As always, I'm sending you guys off with love and light. I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed, you guys.